I want to be honest. Let's get straight to it. Nature is my cocaine. I know. Look. The title sounds crazy. I know, right? But I mean it. Nature is my cocaine, not because I'm trying to be edgy, like not because I'm trying to be this like cool guy, but because being outside actually gives me a real high that actually gives something back to me. This goes all the way back to 2023. I was fat. My biggest I ever weighed was 272 pounds. I remember that vividly. The biggest I ever weighed was 272 pounds, right? And it's gonna be sounding a little embarrassing. I wanted to lose weight partly for years, but I couldn't just find the motivation to do it. But ironically, it was a girl I liked that really gave me the little push over the edge I really needed to be like, yo, I'm trying to change something for senior year. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, do my thing. Now, I was going on this thing routine where I was working out like 3 times a day. I had a walk for 2 miles and maybe one at nighttime, which would be 4 miles in total. I would then do a workout at LA Fitness for about an hour and a half with my mom. If she could drop me off and I'd just be by myself or with my trainer, that was fine. And with my trainer, I'll do a basketball routine. And this is like 5 times a day of a week. Whoa, 5 times a week. I'm doing this 5 times a week, right? And at first, it was just about, getting healthier, right? But one of the things, even through everything that I've been through in my life, that I still remain close to is walking. And it was because I realized that walking outside was helping me in way more areas than just my body. My mind was clearer, my spirit was calmer, and I could hear God more clearly, right? A lot of times when I go outside, I'm not just going outside because outside looks nice. Outside looks beautiful. Don't get it twisted. Like, have y'all seen it? Well, not this week. Yo, this week is crazy. It is like burning outside. It's so hot. It's super hot. It's like 95 degrees outside right now. I can promise you. I can open my phone. Anyways, right? It's so hot outside. I can't lie. I really want to walk, but it's genuinely so hot. But when I first started going outside, it wasn't. When I go outside now, it's not just because it looks nice, right? It's because I'm trying to get away from my own mind. The doom scrolling, the lust loops, the pressure, the comparison, the creative drought, the fog, the restlessness, all of that starts pulling me down into this place I don't want to be and I know I shouldn't be in. So I tend to go outside. I tend to go somewhere where I could hear myself more clearly. I could hear God more clearly. I could release myself of all the pressures of of the world and feel free. Before I go outside, it can feel like something negative is pulling on me. My chest can feel heavy. My mind can feel foggy. I know you guys have felt all these things I'm talking about. And my body feels stuck. Like physically stuck. Like I can't move. Like I'm just animated. I'm suspended in animation. And I have to force myself to get outside. Otherwise I'll do things I deeply don't want to do. The mind can feel foggy and the body can feel stuck. But when I go outside, my breathing starts to stretch out again. The yogi breath I've practiced and still am practicing can start to come back. My mind clears, my body settles, and I remember that I'm alive and I'm well. That is why I call it a high. It is peace, stimulation, silence, beauty, energy, clarity, and God all at once. Social media tends to try to give you that, but it keeps you stuck, and that's the idea. They want you to stay stuck. They want you to stay stuck in this endless cycle where you're not truly improving, but you feel you improve. And when you see somebody who's doing better than you, you tend to feel worse about yourself. So then you dedicate yourself to the external things that don't truly matter at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You tend to stick to these things that don't matter at the end of the day. So nature gives that to you and sends you back better. I know we all, I'm preaching to the choir of 1 billion people with this sentence. I've experienced enough artificial highs to know the difference. I know we all have too. I know we're all sick at our core of the artificial highs we have done. Lust, weed, porn, scrolling, validation, constant stimulation that might hit fast, but they take something from you after. Whether it's your energy, whether it's your stability, whether it's your consciousness and you being in your right mind, something is always traded for something. In economics, it's called an opportunity cost. There is an exchange for something. For one thing, you must give another thing, right? But being sober outside in God's creation gives me something that those things cannot. It restores me instead of draining me, right? And I'm not saying this to try and be like on some condescending talk. I'm just saying this because it's truth. I've been through this. And I know that I feel 10 times better when I go inside instead of do some artificial high that only stimulates me for the moment. And then after that, I feel crap. Like I feel like crap. And I feel the same thing with athletics. I've started to become a lot more athletic. Life has happened, so I haven't been doing as much athleticism, but I'm getting back into it. I promise. I promise I'm getting back into it. I promise. Running, sports, swimming, moving the body in general, right? It all reminds me that I don't have to live trapped in my head, and you don't either. Sometimes you don't need another thought. You need breath, sweat, sunlight, movement, and God, bro. Now, to me, nature feels like God's reminder that the world is bigger than the algorithm. The algorithm will make you feel so focused on what is going on just in that social media world. But I've seen 9 times out of 10 that what you see in social media, people aren't doing when you step outside and experience reality. You come back to reality, and it's a lot better realizing that a lot of things you see on social media people aren't doing, like 90% of the population isn't doing, because they're in reality, they're outside. And it's bigger than my room, it's bigger than my thoughts, it's bigger than whatever loop is trying to keep me stuck. I step outside and it's like creation quietly says, come back, breathe, you're still here. None of that you see matters. It doesn't matter, because it doesn't truly matter. So I have a challenge for you. I want you to go outside for 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes, right? Leave your phone in your pocket. Don't open your phone, because we may go out. If you do walk, I know, and I'm guilty of this too, we may just go on our phones and do the exact same thing we were doing, but outside. So it defeats the whole purpose of going outside. But leave your phone in your pocket. Do not try and make a content. Do not try and become a performance. Don't post on your social media, on your story, talking about some hashtag outside or some stupid stuff like that. Don't do all that. Just go outside. Talk with God, bro. Breathe, relax, just vibe, twin, just vibe. And let your mind stop acting like it owns you, because it doesn't. It doesn't own you, and it isn't you. Not all your thoughts are you. Majority of them aren't. They're from Screw Tape. C.W. Lewis. To close this, right? Nature is like the clean trip that does not steal from you compared to LSD or any of those psychedelics, right? It returns you to a zen faster than weed, porn, lust, scrolling, or anything else this world tries to tell you is good or safe or okay. Anything this world tries to sell you is good. So go outside, breathe again. Remember what real life feels like, y'all. And most importantly, find the true high that also gives back to you. Because at the end of the day, that's all we need in this life. I love y'all. Peace out. I wish I could just do like that SpongeBob thing with the my fault. You know the SpongeBob thing where like they, sorry. But but